So today we're gonna take a look at a scenario where Brazil forms an empire for I just wanna I've been animating a lot. Time to this is me drawing right now, but I just wanna draw on a map. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. Sorry. So yeah. This feels weird, but yeah. Anyways, so first thing Brazil's gonna do is they're probably gonna start by invading Uruguay. Now, why Uruguay? It's basically because the borders don't look bad when they invade them, and if they invaded something like Paraguay right here, then that would the borders would suck. Okay, the borders would suck for like it just would suck. So they start coming into the north, and I think the capital's like right here or something. I don't know. It's somewhere there. So they start getting in from the north, and they pretty easily just take over all the country because look at the size of Uruguay, and this is Brazil. Uruguay, Brazil. It just Brazil is all of this, and they got okay, you can argue there's nobody here because of the Amazon, but there are so many people living here, and here as well because the capital's right here or something. But yeah, Brazil's pretty strong as well, so they easily just take all of Uruguay, and this is the peace. I guess not even a peace deal. They just quickly. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay. So, anyways, then they kind of look up north and see the Guyanas. Right here, the Guyanas, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana, which they're not gonna be able to take because France is right here, and France is a part of NATO, and it's Serbia or something. Yeah, France is. And I just missed all well, whatever. Yeah, France is a part of NATO, and if Brazil goes to war with France, it's game over. So they kind of just say, all right, we're just gonna take Suriname. Wrong color. Suriname. Why can't I talk today? Suriname and Guyana. Okay, they take Suriname and Guyana. Those were, yeah. So it takes some time to get all the troops up through the Amazon and up here, and in that time, Suriname and Guyana get ready. So Suriname starts, pushing in here. I guess that's the word. I don't know. And Guyana also starts doing the same, but then Brazil comes. They get absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. They let them do one thing after pushing in a bit, and they tell them, you either surrender and we only take the land we already occupy, or you, get cooked. And they choose to not get cooked and surrender. So, yeah. So, our first ever peace treaty. Yes, for me. Holy crap, 4 minutes into recording? Okay. So, right here, maybe not like this. So, they take this and this from Suriname and Guyana, taking only the Amazon, I guess. Not the Amazon. I don't think this is the Amazon. I think it's near it or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so they take these parts of Suriname and Guyana, and we'll come back. We'll come back to them. Like, I'm not saying they're done. They're obviously like very much weaker, and so basically now Brazil is telling France, you give us French Guyana, or else we start like pushing in, but we don't declare war. We start like occupying these lands, and France is like, isn't that war? And Brazil is like, kind of, and France is like, no, that's war. And Brazil's like, still, I know it's technically war, but I don't care. And France is like, okay, want to go to war with me, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Canada, and the United States? And Brazil's like, actually, I'm just gonna go invade Peru or something. So that's what they do. They invade Peru. And, oh, crap, wrong. Yeah. And since their troops were literally just right here, they just quickly got right here. And yeah, they're in Peru now. They're not in Peru, they're like next to Peru. We change the size, yeah. So they start taking like this land, and I know it's like the Amazon still, but like we're just gonna ignore geography, okay? There's like a mountain range right here. There's like kind of coast right here. For me, it's kind of similar to my home country, Lebanon, which, if you don't know, a beautiful Mediterranean coast, mountain, valley, mountain, Syria. Like that's the entirety of my home country. Yeah. So we start taking a lot of the Amazon, and it's hard, but there's literally no one here, so like it's not that hard. Like, I mean, it's hard, but like not, you know what I mean. So again, they send the same thing to Peru. You either let us take the land we want, or get cooked. And Peru's like, actually no, and they start like pushing them out. So like, they actually get to the border and cut them like off right here, but they don't fully cut them off because you can just go around. But it makes the communication, I guess, harder. And they start like maybe not that far, like they start like taking a bit of Brazil, and the Brazilian government right here is like, frick. So they send reinforcements. So while those reinforcements were coming in, like they just stopped here. They didn't make it. How? Well, it turns out there's some Peruvian, is that the right thing? Peruvian, like, troops that spawn camped them, basically. They're just coming up here from, like, there's this one, okay? And so they kind of just, like, all gathered up in this area and just, like, started marching up. And then turns out there's a single Peruvian ball right here, and guerrilla tactics. There's like trees here, and they jumped out the trees and started fighting them, and oh crap. The Brazilians they know they're Amazon, but the Peruvians just figured it out somehow. Just didn't even send supplies. We're like, you know what? I'm gonna reach into the universe and just know what's in here. And that's exactly what they did. So then a few more Brazilians just go up here and take these, while Peru is still just taking a lot of Brazil lands, and they take this called the Circle of Brazil. They like start taking a bunch of the Circle of Brazil and accidentally occupy a piece of their land. No, just joking. So these guys start saying like, "Hey, isn't there like a line right here that like the Peruvians are using to take over like the Circle of Brazil?" And these guys are like, "Yeah." So they cut them off twice, thrice, thrice. I don't even know if that's a word. So, yeah. These Peruvians are absolutely stuck. Or are they? Yeah, they can still, like, get through here. Hey, wait a second. Isn't there a place here? Alright, now these Peruvians are absolutely stuck. So what do? They just kindly ask Bolivia, and they come back here. I think I need to pause this. Okay, no, actually, wait, no, yeah. Yeah, so they kindly ask the Bolivians, and the Bolivians are like, if you don't invade us, if you don't stay here for a while, just like go back to your country, then yeah, sure. This is exactly what they do. They like go through here, come back here in only a week. So good. So they come back in only a week or something. Sorry about that. Anyways. So then, yeah, they kind of just. Yeah, they push out the Brazilians, and the Brazilians are like, we're getting cooked, and it's freaking Peru. Like, wait a second. Hey, want to play a football match? And Peru's like, where though? Right here in Paris for absolutely no reason. And yeah, like, we all know what happens next. We all know what happens next. Brazil absolutely obliterates them. Just like, you know, in the match. And they continue the war, but like, the Peruvians have a 1 week ban. They can't send troops over here. So they start like taking a lot of this, and the mountains, I think, maybe these are the mountains, maybe they're like right here. I don't know. If you're from Peru, then tell me if this is realistic. No. Yeah. Anyways. So Brazil is like trying to get, I think Lima is right here. Here. Somewhere in this area. No, actually, I think it's right here. Let me check on Google real quick. 13-minute video. Holy crap. So yeah. Peru. And their capital is exactly, I think. Oh, come on, I'm on a map, not like map. And their capital is exactly, okay, it's like right here or somewhere. So that's where they're at, and yes, I'm probably gonna cut a bit of the video. Anyways, so they start like taking here, and all the mountains are just gone. Yippee! No, there's still mountains here. Hey, Peru's 1 week ban is, they're unbanned. They're unbanned, yippee. We're still, yeah. Okay. Their 1 week ban is up, and they just quickly make it back to the Brazilian border, and then make it back into Brazilian lands, and then push them out of they're pretty close to the capital, Brazil, so they kind of just, yeah, that was not good for Peru, that was not good for Brazil. What am I saying? That like Brazil's getting cooked in this war. And then they remember, oh wait, there's people in Uruguay. And Uruguay is like, no. No, you are not sending us up here. You don't even have a choice. And then Brazil's like, actually we do have a choice. And they just take people and put them up here. And then, what do? They absolutely just let Peru just. They literally tell Peru where the hell, what desert. I mean, the Amazon's basically a desert, but like the anti-desert equivalent of a desert. So they just tell them where every tree is, every mosquito is. They put every mosquito is. What the hell am I saying? Like they tell them where every animal. Oh, yeah, 5% battery is not good. They told them where everything dangerous is, and they kind of just avoided and just, alright, this is our land now. No, like, we know we didn't come here, but, like, so. And that's exactly what they do. Like, obviously, that's exactly what they do. Anyways, so they start taking a bunch of the Amazon, and Brazil's like, okay, you know what? I don't think Uruguayans are the best. And then Uruguay is just evil face. And they're like, okay, maybe the people in Guyana, there's literally no one here. And if you live here, I'm sorry, but like there's barely anyone here. So they're like, frick. Hey Paraguay, wanna join a? Hell no. Okay. Whatever, stop being mean. No one likes you, Paraguay. That's a joke. You just beat. You somehow they somehow beat. Did you watch that match? They somehow beat like Germany in the penalty shootouts. Like holy crap, Paraguay! I did not know you can play that like football that well. Like I thought Germany was gonna obliterate you. Like, why am I talking to Paraguay? Like, if there's anyone from Paraguay watching this video, which I don't think there's anyone from South America watching this video. If you are, comment. But yeah. So they kind of just, like, push them out slowly and steadily. In the meantime, Peru's like, yeah, we're gonna do the same. Twice. And yeah, Brazil's getting cooked in this war. So they say, you know what peace? And they're like, yes, but like, you don't invade us for the next random number, no, actually, for the next 11 years. And Brazil's like, why not 10? And Peru's like, because you're obviously gonna invade us in the next 10 years. We wanna chill for more than 10 years. And they're like happy. I do a happy face for no reason. And Brazil's like, fine, but if you allow us to move through your territory. And they're like, why? And Brazil's like, because we want to take Ecuador. And they're like, don't even border Ecuador. And Brazil's like, I do not want to buy the premium bundle. Yeah, Brazil's like, well, we can just quickly take over Colombia. And Peru's like, what next? Bolivia? And Brazil's like, look, accept our peace deal before we continue the war. And they're like, no. And that's exactly what they do. They continue the war. And then Peru's like, wait a second. We already know how you fight. And Brazil's like, frick. So they kind of just encircle a bunch of them, like keep encircling and more and more. Okay, maybe not that much, but like they encircle a bunch of people here. They like start pushing here, and like encircle these guys, and they just take it and keep doing that. And then Brazil's like, wanna play another football match? This time is in it's a World Cup match, and Peru's like, well, the World Cup ended already. By the way, this is taking place like in 2030 or 2031. So yeah, and they're like, the World Cup ended. And Brazil's like, yeah, but like next World Cup. And Brazil's like, what if I don't qualify? And Brazil's like, womp womp. Peru just continues the war, and they kind of just like move through the Amazon. I think is where the Amazon River goes, and cut Brazil into two ports. And this is where Guyana and Suriname are like, hey, if we help you, Peru, can we get our land back? And Peru's like, yeah, sure, why not? So they kind of just send, like, they have this, like, railway right here. They build this railway, both of them. And Brazil's like, wait, why are you building a railway through our land? Like, for some reason I draw a lot of faces, yeah. And Peru's like, because we want to trade, and they're gonna send reinforcements. And like Brazil's like, okay, you know what? We don't even want to pass through your land, and you can take a bit of our land, but not that much. And so you can take like this or something, and just peace out with us, like seriously. And Peru's like, okay. Let me quickly rewind all of this. Wow, war. Wow. Cool war, I guess. Yeah. So, crap, why do I keep doing that? Okay. So, Peru's like, okay, I guess we're gonna take some of your land, but we really just want a lot of money from you. Cue sad Brazilian noises. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the whole Peruvian Brazilian war right there. So they take the circle of Brazil, and they add it to their land. And let me just, before I accidentally do anything dumb, they don't take all of the circle of Brazil. That's what I'm gonna call it. Just the circle of Brazil. Just wow, it sucks, but like, I don't know. Is there like the Brazilians are probably gonna be like, hey, it's actually called something in Portuguese, when the Brazilian Portuguese sounds, and I'm like, I'm not saying that. I have no idea what you're talking about. So now let's take a look at the world map. So this is the land they take, and if we just make this kind of transparent, opacity lowered, you see, this is what this is everything that Brazil has taken. They have taken. They have lost land from Peru, but they have taken the south of both of these countries, Guyana and Suriname, and they've taken all of Uruguay. And now they kind of have some border disputes to deal with. Exactly with. Imagine I just. Oh yeah, I did erase the map. With these two countries, Paraguay and Argentina. They want this land from Argentina, this like panhandle, because they want also to take Paraguay, because look at the borders. If they actually like take all of Paraguay and this panhandle, look at these borders. Look at this. Look. It looks, not gonna lie, it actually looks kind of good. Like, holy cow, they literally just need this and increase brush size. Yeah, they need like Bolivia, and then 11 years later they take all of Peru, and then they take all of South Africa, and then South Africa, what the hell? They take over all of South America, and then they take over the world. And let's real quick see what that looks like. Wow, cool world, not gonna lie. Okay, maybe that was a joke. Let me actually show you how it's gonna look like. You see this? You put it down here, and you do this, and this is what it will look like. Just ignore the board. Or all of this that just happened. Me being dumb. Anyways, so they kind of have some border disputes with Argentina and Paraguay. So what do? They go to a football match with Argentina. Yes, football is a way to have a war now. It's 58, 100. That's not even a number. And I know that's not even a number. Yeah, comment. You can say that's not a number, and I don't care. Because I know that's not a number. So anyways, they go to a football match, and it's really close, and they tie. I'm not making any of you mad, guys. Accept it. So, Argentina's like, we take a piece of Uruguay, and you take a piece of our panhandle. And they're like, sure. And Argentina's like, yippee. One step closer to just ending the Brazilian Empire. The weird Brazilian Empire. So they trade this. Okay, maybe not that straight like this. How much time has it been recording? Okay, 27 minutes. I have to wrap this up real quick. So, yeah, and they take the panhandle, and they're like, wait a second, you took way too much. Let me take a bit more. And they're like, fine, whatever. Fine, whatever. Cool, just take this, huh? And what do they do after that? Right as they fully tell everybody in Argentina to be like, hey, just like come down here. We build new houses in our capital. Brazil's like, actually, we don't want this border. And they don't tell any Uruguayans like, hey, could just leave this area for a bit, like. Not for a bit, like, leave this area because, good old Argentina's coming and taking this place. No. They're like, don't leave. Especially don't leave. And the Uruguayans leave. Even if it's their home, they just leave because they don't like Brazil being, like, telling them what to do. So, they kind of, like, they leave right here. And so Brazil's like, hey, that wasn't part of our plan. And Argentina's like, that wasn't part of our plan. And like, Brazil's like, how did you even listen to our conversation? And Argentina's like, we kind of had people there. Frick. So what they do is declare war on them. You see, this is exactly how a war plays out, kids. Remember, that's exactly what happens in a war. So Argentina's pretty mad that even when they told them not to declare war and we're gonna be chill, Brazil's just declared war. And they also declare holy crap. They also declare war on Paraguay and like Argentina and Paraguay at the same time. By the way, these are not the Falkland Islands. These are the Falkland Islands. Ha ha ha! Argentina, you do not own these. UK owns this. Ha ha ha! Very funny, very funny. We can all agree. We can all agree. So just to not make Argentina mad, the UK is like, you know what? We're gonna join the war, just so this is colored blue, and Argentina's like, why? I have no idea. Sure, why not? Okay, cool. Cool. Anyways, we're gonna just real quick take back all of this land and tell Guyana to take these, and Bolivia's gonna take all of Brazil, and Peru's gonna. It's okay. That was an overreaction on my part, and I was overreacting on purpose. So yeah, this is what they wanna do in the end. We're not gonna just but Brazil just tell them, you know, you're pretty big, but you're not gonna take anything. You're not gonna take that much. So like, you're quite liberated. Yeah. So they kind of just tell Bolivia, hey, wanna join? And Bolivia's like, sure. Sure. What the fuck? The fuck? I said fuck. Please don't demonetize this video. I'm not even monetized. Why am I saying not to demonetize? Whatever. Okay. So they asked Peru as well, and they're like, hey, wait. Brazil's like, hey, wait. Why? Like, it hasn't been 11 years, and Peru's like, it's been like 2. And Brazil's like, well, that doesn't excuse it. Hey, why is Colombia and Venezuela declaring war on us? And how the hell is Chile gonna invade us? And why the hell is also Ecuador done that? Stupid island. And why is France declaring war on us? And why has America declared war on us? And why has Russia declared war on us? And why has China declared war? Basically, why has the world declared war on us? Basically, let's just. I just want to finish this video, and the world unites against. The world unites against one country. That country is Brazil, because of haha funny. If I had this, yeah. And if I had this, okay, cool. Anyways, so the whole Argentina just like, give me a sec. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. Breaking news, guys. I'm going to summer camp. Not right now, because it's 4 in my area. It's 4 p.m. in my area. But this year I'm going to summer camp, so yeah. So the whole world just takes over the Amazon, and they take over. Yeah, this is. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Wait, want a piece deal? Oh yeah, I forgot that we need a piece.
Ja, maar een bamel.
Ja, zo is een
Hey, my screen recording burned out. Alright. Want a peace deal? Yup, this is the peace deal. Anyway, see ya guys. Hope you